Welcome back. Now that we understand how to draft accurate bodies to get a well-fitted garment, now we need to move to drafting of accurate basic sleeve before we can manipulate it into different styles. The measurements you'll be needing to draft your basic sleeves are your round sleeve, that's the sleeve circumference, the sleeve length, and you also need crown depth. For you to get your crown depth, there's a formula for that which I'm going to be telling you in this video. So now let's dive into it. First is for us to get the block. The block is the area which we're going to be working within, just the way we did the bodies. So for us to do that, you have to use the biggest part of the sleeve, which is the bicep, which is this 11. So 11 inches. Remember, all these measurements are in inches and not centimeters. So 11 plus 1, 1 is. So 11 plus 1, that is 12 inches. So I'm going to be measuring 12 inches this way to get my block. Once you have done this, the next thing you have to do now is fold your paper into two. The next thing you have to do now is to measure all your vertical measurement. So mark all your vertical measurement. So you mark 23, that's the sleeve length. Next one is the elbow length. The elbow length is 12 inches. So you mark 12 inches. So once you've gotten the sleeve length, the elbow length, the last measurement we need now is our crown depth. And for us to get our crown depth, you have to use your burst. The burst divided by 6 plus 1.5 divided by 2. So our modest bust measurement is 36, so that's 36 divided by 6 plus 1.5, and this will give us a total of 7.5 inches. This 7.5 inches divided into 2, so that is 3.75. So our crown depth is going to be 3.75. So from the top of the paper, you measure 3.75 inches. Once you've done this, the next thing you have to do now is to draw a diagonal line connecting from, this is the midpoint of the paper. So from this corner, this midpoint, up to this point, draw a diagonal line. The next thing you have to do is you get the midpoint of this line. So you measure what you have from here to here. This is about approximately 7 inches. You get the midpoint of it, that is 3.5. The next thing is from this point to this point, get the midpoint of this point as well. This is A, B, and C. So you also get the midpoint from B and C. So you also have to get the midpoint from A to B. 5. So on this midpoint now, go up by half an inch. And then on this midpoint, come down by half an inch. So on this midpoint, go up by half an inch. On this part, come down by half an inch. Then now you draw your curve. So you connect from here to here. So we're drawing two curves. The first one is going to be the front, which is you connect from here to here. And then you flip your French curve and then connect this way. Next one is the back. So for you to do your back, what you have to do is to open up this way and then flip this way. So this first line is the front hammer, this other one is the back hammer. The next thing you have to do now is to now measure the sleeve circumference. On our sleeve circumference around here, the bicep is 11 inches. That is, so half of 11 inches, that is 5.5. So you mark your 5.5 this way. The elbow point is 9 inches. So and half of 9 inches is 4.5. So you mark your 4.5 this way. And then the wrist is 7 inches. So that is, and half of 7 inches is 3.5. So you mark this way. And the next thing you have to do now is to connect like this. So the next thing you have to do now is to trace this so you can reflect on the other side. and decide to trace out the line so it can be more visible. You cut the front. So now this is our sleeve pattern. You can see what it looks like. You can see the front. This is the front part label. This is the front, and this is the back. The front and the back are not the same thing. They are different. So this is how to draft out the basic sleeve. Now we're going to be manipulating this sleeve into a different style.